Strong Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta watch the road, damn it. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta talk to y'all. Y'all already know, y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all familiar with the channel, y'all already know, man, I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. And this has been on my mind for quite some time. Look, I respect Terence Bud Crawford to the fullest. Y'all already know he's one of the pound-for-pound dudes in the sport of boxing. Top 5. A lot of people consider him as number 1. Some consider him as number 2. But even not only media, not only casuals, not only hardcore boxing fans, but also pugilists of the sport of boxing considers Terence Bud Crawford as number 1 or the pound for pound. But this is my question. How long are we gonna just keep Bud Crawford in the pound for pound list in the number 1 slot or number 2 slot? I personally don't have Bud Crawford at number 1, but I understand why a lot of people feel like he is up there. But my question is, to the level of his competition, in the 147 pound, because remember, Bud Crawford has only faced a top 10 welterweight. I mean, he only faced Jeff Horn. You understand what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, like, it's 2020. It's been 2017 since he fought in the 140-pound division when he became undisputed. And I think, look, that's a beautiful accomplishment. Of course, how many people in the last 25 years, 20 years was undisputed? So of course, I understand. But how long are we just gonna look at his past and still putting him in a position to be number 1 pound for pound or number 2 pound for pound, while other guys are actually challenging themselves? In the ESPN, they got Canelo Alvarez number 3. Really? Okay, I understand your bias. We understand that. But really, Canelo Alvarez in the last 12, you could say in the span of 12 months, Canelo Alvarez won 3 division world champions. Triple G's of the world, Daniel Jacobs of the world. Sergey Kovalev went to the 175, and they still got him listed as number 3. You got Lomachenko, who's accomplished, who's unified versus Luke Campbell. And think about it. If Vasyl Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez, and I consider him the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, or if the other way around, Teofimo Lopez, who beat Richard Comey, became a champion, let's say he beats Lomachenko and become the undisputed. Oh yes, I said undisputed. I don't give a damn about the email belt or whatever belt that's out there that don't count. We all know. Where are we going to place Teofimo Lopez, or are we going to place Vasyl Lomachenko? In a lot of people's eyes, Vasyl Lomachenko is number 1. What about Naoya Inoue? What about if he beats young Rio Casimero and become unified a 3-division champion as well, a 3-belt holder as well? What about if Casimero beats Inoue? Think about it, y'all. Are we still going to be keeping Bud Crawford number 1 or number 2? I don't even think he should be in the top 3 in the pound for pound if all these things happen. Because I believe that Bud Crawford is still top pound for pound dude in the sport of boxing in a lot of people's list because what he did in 140. But ladies and gentlemen, if we're gonna look at people's past, damn it, whoa, okay, let's look at Manny Pacquiao. He became an 8th division world champion. If we're gonna leave Bud Crawford because of what he did in 140, what he did 3 years ago, I think, come on, it's 2020. What are his opponents, his noticeable opponents lately compared to the other guys in the pound for pound list? It's not about devaluing or discrediting Bud Crawford, nothing like that. But I think if we don't elevate these other guys that's actually challenging themselves, we're devaluing them. So it's not like people want to drop, or I'm insinuating that I'd rather drop. I want to drop Bud Crawford, but you have to congratulate the other fighters that's actually challenged themselves, that's actually going inside the ring and at least fighting those fights that is like 60-40. Like, when's the last time you saw Bud Crawford fight in a fight that you'd be like, okay, this is a challenging fight, man? We don't know if this guy think about his resume. Mean Machine, Jose Benavidez, Jeff Horn, Amir Khan. Does that grant you to stay? Now, I'm not talking about if he's not pound for pound. He's pound for pound. But does his resume grant him to stay in the same position? Do I gotta hear ESPN always gotta say, oh, he's number one or number two? Or anybody else? Who is he for? To keep him there. To keep him there. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, but Crawford can't be number one, number two, or number three. Bud Crawford needs to fight a noticeable opponent, an opponent that you're gonna look at it and be like, you know what? This is gonna be his toughest fight. This is gonna be competition. Yes, you might need Sean Porter, the Sean Porters of the world. Yes, you're gonna need at least some old guys that beat him in the amateurs. We gonna need some of that. Even though he never became a world champion. Or Kell Brook. Let me get Kell Brook. Kell Brook was the ex-world champion too at the welterweight division. We just can't have Bud Crawford fighting a guy named Mean Machine that we was too lazy to even pronounce his name, because in reality we didn't care. ESPN didn't care. They said his name is Mean Machine, whatever, man. We ain't gonna go all through we're not trying to like figure out how to pronounce his name. Okay, it's just a Terence Crawford show. I'm sorry, but at this stage, Bud Crawford gonna be what? Is he 33 years old? Gonna be 33 years old? We speak highly of Bud Crawford, which he's deserved to speak highly of. But I'm sorry, there's a lot of boxers out there that's putting their O's and threatening their, not threatening, but they're competing versus fighters that, gives them that 60-40, that 50-50 fight. Everybody else is fighting competition, and Bud Crawford is fighting the Mean Machine. No. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if I'm being too hard. Again, I love Bud Crawford. I think he's the one of the most highly skilled boxers in the game, or probably the highly skilled boxer in the game. And I'm not taking nothing away from him, but what we doing and leaving him number one or number two, and I'm talking about, when I say we, I'm talking about collectively in the boxing world, because even a lot of the legitimate, valid opinion, a lot of the legitimate opinions that come from important people in the sport of boxing places them, like Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, places them, Timothy Bradley, places them as number one. How long? It's not about devaluing Bud Crawford, but we can devalue other boxers as well that's challenging themselves. Let me know what y'all think. Leave the comment at the bottom. Let me know if y'all about being too harsh. Am I? I don't think so. But anybody with a boxing mind, y'all already know there's a hardcore boxing community. We uplift each other, educate one another. I'm just asking. I'm posing a question. I'm not saying that I'm right. I just feel cold-heartedly that too many guys. I'm not going to say too many guys, but there's guys out there that's actually challenging themselves. And if who beats Casimiro, he surpasses Bud Crawford. If Teofimo Lopez beats Vasily Lomachenko, back-to-back great fights, and become undisputed, I'm probably going to put him ahead of Bud Crawford. Remember, it's 2020. Bud Crawford really hasn't fought any names. I'm sorry, but the truth is the truth. Let me know if I'm out of pocket. Let me know if I'm making sense. Leave the comment in the comment box. Y'all, follow the new podcast, the Smelling Salt Podcast. We're on episode 12. Subscribe to it, follow it. Y'all already know, man. I love y'all. Peace out. God bless. And on to the next. Hold on. Let me stop right here for a minute. Right here. Let me stop and check out the scenery. Check out the scenery. Hold on. Yeah, we can talk about, man, they need to cut the grass up in this piece. Need to cut the grass up in here. So, yeah, y'all. Oh, man. I can check out the man. All right. Hold on. There's a little car wash, too. You feel me? Oh, man. So, yeah. What I was saying. Let me know what y'all think, y'all. Let me know what y'all think, man. I love Bud Crawford again. But I think it's fair to say that he just can't be number 1, number 2, and number 3. Just can't keep him there until he ups his level of competition. Now, let's say in the same year that we see Inoue, in the same year that we see Vasily Lomachenko, in the same year that we see Errol Spence, the same year we see Manny Pacquiao fighting the fight, and they fighting the fight, they winning the fight, and Bud Crawford's gonna be fighting a Mean Machine and stay on number 1, number 2. You got Usyk gonna be fighting Casimero. You're gonna be Anthony Joshua gonna be fighting Pulev, another great a good fight for him. You got Leo Santa Cruz, they're going to be fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. It's a lot of great fights, y'all. What Bud Crawford is doing. Anyway, y'all already know, man. Love y'all. Peace out.